I did with my grandson, I'll tell you this and then we'll let you go. My grandson called me one day at supper time, and at the time he was 5 1/2, and he said, Grandma Jean, what is DNA? And what is DNA? And I said, Ryan, it's deoxyribonucleic acid. He said, Mommy, it's an acid. Okay. I said, Ryan, I can't tell you what that is right now. I really can't tell you because I don't know how to tell you on the telephone. But I will write a letter and I'll send it to you in Daddy's email. So I sat down and I wrote the letter. And the letter started, you know, I was thinking about how to do it. And in all reality, what it was, I said, you know how you look, and you know how your daddy looks, and your mommy looks, and whatever. And I changed, I kept adding things, and I said, well, you know, your DNA is a recipe. Remember when we made cookies, and we made chocolate chip cookies, and we used a recipe to make those cookies, and the recipe had chocolate chips and flour and eggs. That's when you started, when you cooked from scratch. And we did all these things, and they love to do this all the time with me, so they remember. And I said, remember when we made a different kind of cookie? Remember when we made a lemon pie? And there's another story to that one. We made a lemon pie for Daddy because that's his favorite, and we used a different recipe. Well, the recipe for the pie is different than the recipe for the cookies. Just like your recipe gives you your red hair and your brown eyes and just who you are and how you think and how you walk. And your brother's recipe is a little bit different from yours because it gave him his blue eyes and he looks like his daddy, and it gave him his blonde hair. And the dog's DNA is really different because the dog doesn't talk like you do. And because I had soil, because I knew my son wasn't going to have soil in it anywhere near his house. So I got soil, so we planted the seeds and we planted the tomato plants. And the kids got this idea, and my son was, he was, you know Jeff, Paul. And he was like, I got to take care of these seeds. You want me to take care of these plants? Well, he let the plants grow. He planted the plants, and the kids watched the plants grow, and they saw the plants grow, and they saw that there was a flower, and they saw that there was a tomato, and they opened up the tomato, and they could eat the tomato, and they knew that there were seeds in the tomato. And they knew we started with a seed, and they're like, how could this tomato fit in this seed? And so it's a lesson that we need to teach these little kids today. It's got to be an easy way to teach DNA.